So here we have the Spectra Vondergeist Dead Gorgeous Dance doll. Obviously this is this year's version of Dawn of the Dance. So the same as last time, we have a completely purple box. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the purple for the entire set because they seem to do that now instead of different characters, and this is a basic. So as we mentioned before, the camera screen seems to make things a different colour purple, but it's usually about the same when we actually get it onto the computer, so if it's not, then I'll put a little annotation. So we have skeletons and polka dots across the top. And then we have some sparkles and the Monster High symbol. And then the zip, which is on all of the 4th wave, I think, boxes. And then the polka dots again. So we have the picture of Spectra as she used to look in the promo doll. Personally, I think they should have kept that style fringe on her instead of chopping it off at an awkward angle. But whatever you want to do, Mattel. So again, we are back to having Europeanized boxes. So it's just Spectra Vondergeist, no Daughter of the Ghosts. So then we have a big skeleton-shaped disco ball that seems to be pretty much everywhere in these boxes. So if I turn this around now, so, oh, there's the rest of her hair. So on the back here we have all of the different versions of Daughter of the Ghosts, and then it's a ghost now, it's not even the ghosts. So then we have a big picture of everyone, so of course we know that these ones are going to be separate dolls, and then these ones are going to be in a 3-pack later on. So then we have a big picture of Spectra dancing really, really awkwardly because she doesn't think anyone can see her because she's a ghost inside a wall somewhere. And then the pictures of the 2 other dolls which are out at the moment. We're going to try and track them down, but for some reason all of the Argoses in the UK only have 1 dot dance in each. So we'll try and find which ones have the other dolls. So if we have a look, they actually, unlike the Dawn of the Dances, haven't put names on there. That's our Argos number. So then it's just all of the different made in China information and stuff. Oh, so they have started making things in China instead of Indonesia as well now. So that is the box. We'll open it up now and have a look at the backing. Okay, so here is Spectra on the back packaging. Before I actually talk about the packaging, you'll see there's a little bit of shiny stuff here on the corner. That's because they actually started sellotaping the tabs to the back packaging, so it's insanely difficult to get this one out of the box. So hopefully they never do that again after the dot dances. So we have silver stands and brushes, so we're going back to kind of like Frankie's first basic stand. At least we have stands this time, that's always good news. So it's all lots of dots and things. I'm guessing this is the reflection from the disco ball, light hitting the disco ball and being refracted and stuff. Because it's all awkward up at the top. So that disco ball is just everywhere. So we have a kind of half spotted, half striped thing. So we have the basic box stripes and the dot dance polka dots up at the top.
Some accessories there.
Yep, her accessories are on a plastic thing, and then we have a card. We'll find out what's on the back of that in American and then complain. So then we have the actual Spectra doll looking really awkward with her hands backwards. At least her legs aren't all that awkward, but her hands are definitely on backwards, and that arm is not bent right. So we'll get her out, have her dancing a bit more normally, like a human being, and we'll talk about problems with the card and have a look at her outfit. Okay, so here is the Spectra Dead Gorgeous out of the box completely. So as always, we will start from the top with our hair. So the first thing I wanted to mention is that at some point she seems to have had an elastic band around her head, because there's a big gap there on her fringe, and then the line continues actually onto her head, although you can't really see it as much on the camera, and then the dent is all the way around the back of her head as well. So I don't know why they would have put an elastic band around her head unless they're trying to keep her fringe flat or something. So she should have actually had a little fringe which came down here, like that, but they seem to have cut it off.
Which I personally kind of feel might have been because I think I saw a prototype of this.
Yes, there was.
And they did have that fringe, so I feel that it might have actually been a manufacturing error, possibly.
Yes, so she has her hair up and it is tied with chains, apparently. She has a little plastic chain tie there.
Which isn't too bad.
So,
as you can see there, she's got mostly light purple, especially at the bottom, but with some darker purple highlights.
So the chain is a clip around her hair. I believe it's elastic banded in, so we won't be removing that anytime soon. So if we do her earrings now, so she has a padlock on one side and then the key to it on the other. So
there's another thing I don't understand, why this one has a silver key, and that one has a white key.
Has white.
I would have thought it would just
especially
be
when
silver.
The padlock is silver.
Yeah. But oh well, it's another difference.
Okay, so her makeup, she has actually started following Claudine and using unique makeup trends. So she has mainly the same block pink colour, but she does have a purple line going through the middle of her eye makeup. So that's slightly different to how people usually have their eye makeup. And then again we have the purple dead looking eyes. And then she has purple lipstick.
Which is a different shade of purple. It's more her hair kind of purple.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of her new makeup.
I don't mind the lipstick, but the
eye contrast is a bit too much.
But, you know, it's a new look.
And I think it's kind of looking even worse on this camera because of the white on her face. If I put my hand there, that looks a bit better. Gives a bit more shadow on her face so you can actually see her cheeks. So, please excuse this camera, it's decided to go a bit wonky. So, she's wearing a set of chains, which Lorcan does not like. A set of chains from her shoulder, where her strap on her dress is.
I don't like it purely because it's too blocky.
Yeah.
There's not enough gap in it, it just looks like a modded piece of plastic.
Yeah, so it buttons up in two places. So you can just undo that and have her in the dress should you so wish. We're not going to attempt to unbutton it at the moment because the stand is in the way, and this stand stays on the back very, very well. It's very difficult to move it.
Yeah.
So she has 2 layers to her dress, and we were tricked into thinking it was 2 separate dresses because the entire see-through material lifts up, but they are both linked at the Velcro, so you can't actually remove the top layer to just have her in the pencil dress. But she's wearing a purple dress with black polka dots underneath a...
It's not purple, it's silver.
It looks like a silvery purple colour.
Okay, silvery purple.
So, underneath a see-through purpley pinky material with ball and chain designs and a purple trim. Well, it's a purpley pink colour from her basic outfit, I guess. So she has the same white fading to see-through effect as on the last one. I've just noticed there's an elastic band attached to her elbow still from where she was in the box. So she has some little tiny polka dotted pink pointless bows on her wrists
which
that I think are adorable and amazing, even though they're completely pointless. So stop screaming at me, camera, I'm not doing anything you're not supposed to do. So she actually has these little cuffs moulded onto her hands this time, which I think is pretty cool. So the one on her the one on her right hand also has a chain as like a ring extending to her middle finger, and then the one on her left hand is a set of chains going around her hand as a bracelet. So again, she has see-through hands. Still not a fan of the white clip in the see-through material though. So we have the same see-through effect going on her feet again. Now she's wearing 2 sets of chains for a ball and chain, one on each ankle. They are in theory supposed to unclip. You have the hinge at the one side and the clip at the back. I'm not going to attempt to though, because I did try before filming this and it was very stiff to open, so I don't really want to chance breaking it. And then she's wearing purple pumps which are entirely made out of chains, similar to the ones that she's wearing around her shirt. So there's no detail at the bottom of the shoe, so we won't try lifting up to show you. It's reasonably stiff and close to her foot, so it's not going to slip off like some of the pumps. It's kind of similar to try and get on and off to the Dead Tired slippers. It's a kind of a hard material. Can you get that back on? You need 2 hands, that's why I asked you to do it. There. So then the stand and the hairbrush are silver, the same as Frankie's first basic stand. I'm not even going to bother with hairbrushes anymore. I think we all know what they look like now.
Just in case you didn't.
Oh my god, did you really have to do that?
Yep.
On to the accessories. So luckily, Mattel have realised that we don't like it when they don't give us things on the backs of our postcards. So they've started just doing images. So we looked it up on the internet. The American one has the same thing. We just don't have a diary on the back of the box, the same as with the Dawn of the Dancers. So this is essentially the new Dawn of the Dance line. So we have a picture from the front of the box and her name. And then we have the pictures of everyone. It's kind of a bad printing on this one. Hopefully we'll have some better ones in the future. Then the 3 separate ones, as you can see, are printed much larger than the 3 that are in the box set, and they're all just chilling on the bleachers. So apparently they're actually having a party in the school gym rather than going all the way down to the catacombs. So if we go on to the actual accessories. So the first thing that she comes with is this little makeup case. So the front of it, it is a padlock with swirly design and a little key bit there, kind of like her earring, but her earring is heart-shaped. So then we have a little applicator in there, which does come out, but it's very, very small, so I don't want to lose it. And then she has a few different colours there. So then she has her bag, which is completely covered in chains, and then she has a chain handle there. So does this actually open random? No. So it's completely chained closed then. Very effective at stopping people from stealing your things.
Someone did say though that it might be possible to take the chains off. I'm not sure why you would want to, but I'm
possibly
not going
to open it.
No, there's no opening.
Wow. I can't really see where the chains would come off though.
Apparently they can.
Okay. So, and then the last thing she comes with, which further proves that this is the new Dawn of the Dance line, she has her very own eye coffin. And R1 is really, really easy to slide. It pretty much doesn't want to stay closed. And they actually had this sellotaped to her hand as well as elastic banded, so they really wanted her to hold that. So it has her name on there, and then it's all in purple. And then that, I think, is everything that comes with the doll.
Yep.
So that is the Dead Gorgeous Spectra Vondergeist.